Everybody, welcome back. Doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, what am I supposed to do with all this crap? Got a bunch of stuff in here. Specifically, we're going to be talking about badges. We did some of this when we were talking about gear, transmuting. Going to be talking about it now with badges. Anybody who's got a big plethora of badges, or if you're wondering what to save for badges, hopefully this video helps you along the way. I'm going to go through some of my stuff, chat with you a little bit, zoom through some things so you can see how I'm kind of going through it, and hopefully end up with a good result. So we'll check it out and see where we end up there. From there, if you're new to the channel, feel free to check out the Discord link in the description below. Probably the easiest way to follow along with content, etc. If you want to hammer down like buttons, we would love you and give you kisses on your mouth. If you want. Okay, let's just get to it.
Bring me WolverThor!
In these videos, I always like to check the power before and after I do these things. So I've already logged this, but you can kind of see it's kind of all over the map a little bit. A lot of 800s, 700s. I'm clicking through this quickly because in case you just want to check it for, you know, whatever purpose. So I've got a ton of badges on all of them, and not all of them are on all. Not all of my characters have the best ones. So you're going to see, I'm going to speed up through a lot of this, but Doctor Strange is one of the characters that I've probably got most of my badges on. So this is the thing. It's like, so what to do with all of this crap, right? Now, some of these, you're like, why do you have 4-star badges on here? Because of the core booster. So I'm not talking about those badges. All right, these 115, this one, no, yeah, I'll keep that for something. But all these other ones, I got these for core boosting. That's a separate topic. We don't care about that. Save those for that thing. We'll talk about it a different day. But, you know, some of these 120s, maybe I'm thinking about that. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, this one actually's got a glow to it. Maybe not. But a lot of these otherwise are just going to either go to the core booster or I will dismantle them, etc. But you can see I've got quite a bit. So now the question is what do I want to do with all of these different badges, right? So it's like, okay, well, I don't have anything equipped on this guy at all. So, you know, I've got to look at, I've got to go to all my different characters, make sure that I've got what I need to, and I'm gonna free up some room here when I'm playing with Strange. So I'm gonna go to my other characters and pull over just to make sure that if they've got anything in storage here, and like this is what I gotta check stuff like this. You know, is this stuff that I want to pull over to each character? You can see I have a ton of badges. There's no reason to keep all of these. All my characters are almost 120 with the invasion badges. You honestly don't need much, really any badges underneath honestly, even 115. I would just keep these. Your character can get through most of the story without it. Maybe if you want to keep a level 90 or 100, okay. But besides that, don't even waste your time with her. 105. So we're going to go through my different characters. I'm going to jump all the stuff that I need to in storage. So that way I can look at my character and see what I have to pull. Now, the hard part's going to be, and this is where a thing that I want to talk about, or I've talked about before, I wish there was one central storage that I could just have all my badges in and hop around the tunes versus, all right, Doctor Strange has those. I got to put them in storage, and then I got to pull them off of this person. Oh, you know, Captain Marvel's got some, so I got to pull those off the storage or pull them off her inventory, put them into storage. La, 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 la. It's silly. It's silly. So anyway, I'm going to go through some of this. I'll be talking through it as I go somewhat, but what to do with all this crap, right? So how to get through it. And we're going to start doing it with just one by one. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. All right, so I'm now trying to decide what I want to put on Doctor Strange. So I've got his inventory on the left, and I got my storage on the right where I'm looking for basically each badge. So I'm going to go click through each one of these and sort of pull one into his inventory and then drop any decent ones back into storage so they're in one spot. So I don't have to jump around looking for these things all over the place. Now I'm moving a lot of my 115s that I've got on Strange into storage so that I can actually look at those from other characters. All right, now we're going to go ahead and equip these. See how much power we get. Of course, you've noticed there's no cores on these yet, so we'll eventually get the cores on them. All right. So that brought me up, let's see, where's my Doctor Strange? That brought me up decently. 656, 626. Brought me up 201k without any cores. That's a bigger jump than what I got from transmuting this gear over to him. So that's a pretty solid jump. My transmuting gear was 163. I'll eventually go back and get the cores in these, but that's, I feel like, a pretty solid thing. I'm going to rinse and repeat this on all my tunes. I'm going to use Strange as sort of my dumping ground for crap badges. And then I'm going to, so that way I don't have to shift through, you know, all this sort of nonsense. You know, there's just like, even this Ultron one and this, it's like, I don't need those. There's no point to having them at this point. So I'm going to dump all my bad badges on him and then make sure that my good badges I can just cycle through in storage and drop on, I don't know, like Storm or something as a mule. All right, now I'm popping these on my magic here. She had a couple that I think I can get some, obviously a big jump there. And we'll do this. And we will do, even though it's a level 100, equip. All right, so we jumped from magic where we were at before. We didn't actually gain that much there. It was a small jump because we didn't have that many badges to improve there. It was only like a 25k jump. This one is saying I've got a better, really? That's saying, oh, it's because of the double defense there, but no, I don't agree with stuff like that. So gotta be careful in that. So we'll drop those other ones into storage. Little minor jump. We'll get cores onto those eventually as well. All right, Captain Marvel now. We're going to look at what we got for her. It's funny that this says power drop, but frankly, I don't care. I'm going to still do that. I'll manage my cores later, but I'm taking these different ones just to get a little bit more stats on them. All right, there you go. Let's see what she jumped up to. It's Captain Marvel, 920. Yeah, not a huge jump. I'm counting the cores in that one because she had cores in there previously. So about, again, a 24k jump. Then I'll drop all of those badges that she just swapped into storage in case someone else might need them, or I'm going to use them for fodder for something else. All right, not much to change on Captain America, obviously. He's got decent stuff. I could throw a core on there, but that's not really that big of a deal. All right, we're equipping on Spidey now. Slight jump up there. Probably, you know, I gotta adjust the badges a little bit, but that's fine. Or the cores, rather. That's gonna drop, but I can change that. And then obviously I'm not moving that. So then I'm gonna go manage my cores a little bit for the stuff that I'm not using. In the overall power jump there for Spidey, let's see what you get. No, probably not too much there. Yeah, another like 7. And anybody who's kind of got some, it looks like I'm getting like 20k and just final refinement. You know, he had 2 invasion, a couple low. Now he's got, you know, 115 and a couple invasions. Nothing crazy, but still pretty good. In this case, I'm just going straight to 4 and 6 because those are the only 105s I've got. All right, time to equip on our guy Star-Lord here. See if we got a couple. We'll throw the reds on there, but he's gonna need some more. Ooh, look at a nice one there. I like to log what cores they need for later, otherwise it'll be too hard and I don't want to think about, you know, who, what's where and all that kind of thing. So he's at 864 again, you know, about 20k bump there, 18k. Nothing crazy, but we're getting close to the end here. I think Storm's the last one I've got, so we're almost done. And she actually has 115s on her, so those are all pretty good. So nothing to change there. Maybe when she gets to 120 or something, I can take a look at it. But, you know, overall, not a bunch of power increase. It was really Doctor Strange. I mean, from no badges to some badges, about 200k. If you're just adjusting between like level cap, right now it's about a 20k jump. Nothing all that exciting, to be honest with you. So now the question for me is, I've got all of these badges. All of my tunes have badges on them, right? So what I can do at this point is what to do with all this crap, right? So Storm's got all these things that I said. Her and Strange have these crap badges. Those are for the core booster. And then I've got all of these reasonably decent ones in here, which, you know, honestly, some of these I'll put on like something like this. I'm going to put on Widow for the 6-star badges for the core booster. You know, I like to put locks on those just so that I know, so I'm not messing with anything there. You know, and again, these are the old invasions before they came out with the specials. You know, some of these other ones I might keep for a little bit, but you know, for all intents and purposes, you know, I'm locking these just so I know that I'm using those for the core badge. And then, you know, something like this, again, that's for the core badge or the core booster. You know, that one maybe I'll hold on to since it's a 120. But once I start getting down here to these low ones, level 70, nope. 120 is fine. What is this? You know, 100. Anything low, I'm locking those so that outside of the invasion badges, I'm locking those so that I know I need to put those on Widow for the core booster at a 6-star badge. The rest of these, I'm just gonna sort of finagle through a little bit, decide that I'm not gonna, you know, really want to keep them, and then from that I will use either for the core booster. I will use them for other than that, because I have a ton of gold. And this is one of the tips I wanted to throw in here. I've got a ton of gold. I've got a ton of Convergium. I think I have like 80,000 Convergium. At that point, I'm okay with using 5 and 6-star badges that I'm not going to use in either really the essence extract, because at some point I think maybe they'll get that thing right. I don't know, but you know, we'll see. So, you know, why keep these 105s, all that stuff? I'm going to use them on the core booster. I'm going to use them on, because I've already got, normally I'd drop them in maybe like the Convergium box to get synchronized particles, but that's just a quarter of K and it costs gold. I dismantle them for gold and Convergium. That's probably the biggest thing. If you don't have a bunch of gold saved up, you don't have a bunch of Convergium saved up, make sure to do that. What to do with all the crap? That, but again, in stages. Once I get a bunch of gold and Convergium, or once you get to that point, then I would consider using those extra badges you're not going to use and drop those into the essence extract. So that's probably the biggest thing to do with all these things. So I hope this has been helpful. I know it's not super obvious, or let me say it might be super obvious, but some people it might not be. I wanted to go through this. You can see I have all these stupid badges all over the place, and I need to clean out some of my storage. A lot of these will go away once the core booster things, I'm done with that or close to done with it. And if I get too many, I'm just gonna dismantle or put it in the essence extract. So appreciate you guys just stopping by and checking this out. Let me know what your thoughts are, what to do with all this crap. You know, that's what to do with it. Move it around, get it on your characters. You don't need to save a bunch of these. Just, I mean, if you got the space, fine, but don't be a monster hoarder about it. Check out the Discord link description below. Hammer down like buttons, click the notification bell, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.